Thanks again for joining us on another episode of What If You Could podcast. Please subscribe, like, share, and give us any feedback. We'd love to hear it. And remember, if you can dream it, you can do it. See you next time. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of What If You Could. And I've got this stunning, glowing young lady here with me, June Ramsey, and her organization, foundation, I guess we call it an organization, foundation, is basically the epitome of what if you could. It's like you guys
That's
are rock
great.
stars. So, June, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much. I'm so delighted to be here. I'm looking forward to letting everybody know what's going on in my world that they can help me with.
I love it. I love it. And that's why we're here. So, guys, I'm going to do what I always do. I'm going to just read a quick bio on June. But first, I'm going to give you a quick what the heck is girlfriend factor. So, I'm going to read off of their little snippet here. And basically, the girlfriend factor, girlfriend by girlfriend. Um, if you want to change the world, educate a woman. Or if you want to die, tell a woman she doesn't know what she's talking about. Either way, women rock.
We'll both work.
So, right. So, what we believe in, the girlfriend factor believes education is the key to economic advancement and self sufficiency among women, and that women can accomplish anything that they set their minds to when they have the support and encouragement of their girlfriends. Love that. What we do, we provide renewable educational grants and emotional support to adult women who choose to improve their position in their life, higher education, and occupational training. The Girlfriend Factor is a nonprofit organization dedicated to helping women get back on track, reach their potential, and achieve their goals through higher education and occupational training. For the Girlfriend Factor, it's all about local funds for local women. Doesn't get any better than that for that. So that is the
I
Girlfriend
could not
Factor.
have spoken
And
any better today.
yeah, and so they were kind enough to send me June Ramsey to tell us about the Girlfriend Factor. So a real quick snippet about June. June has a unique ability to communicate and build bridges between leadership and cross-functional team members to deliver maximum results. She spent a long career at Verizon, which is very cool, and created and implemented organizational learning strategy for leadership development and employee performance improvement programs, Leadership Academy, and Future Leader programs, which is also very awesome. She was a Verizon Wireless major accounts manager, along with a Verizon senior B2B trainer. June's education, she has a Bachelor of Science Business Management from the University of Phoenix, along with the very cool and awesome Disney Executive Leadership Program. And if anyone knows about that, that's super cool. Along many other achievements, Franklin Covey. I mean, you just cover all the bases. So, again, welcome my new friend, June Ramsey.
Well, thank you. It was such a chance meeting that we met at the Palm Desert Chamber event. And I really believe in chance meetings that we
Yeah.
were supposed to meet. I got to meet your lovely family, your wife, your son, your daughter in law. Now, your grandson stole my heart. Now, I have a grandson, so I got to go with mine first. But Jet, adorable. And I love that he likes fruit. I don't know why that has resonated with me. The things that stay with us.
You know, the kid'll eat raw asparagus, raw broccoli, fruit. I mean, he's just his mom and dad have done a great job getting him eating healthy right out the gate, even before he had teeth. But yeah, that was cool. So we're there for the forum for the candidates because my son Chris is running for Palm
Right.
Desert City Council. You guys are very supportive of that. You actually have Anise Smith, right? Anise Smith, and she's running also for, and she was
Yes.
one of your
Yes.
student or one of your in the program. So I'm going to talk to her
Right.
because
I'm so
that's a
glad.
super, yeah. So, um,
Right.
I
Yes, and
guess,
niece was one of our recipients.
yeah, she's a spectacular young lady. I'm afraid that incumbent has her hands full. She's got a lot her hands full with Denise because she's super right there. But so I guess with all the things that you've done, I kind of want to just cover you and how did you get from the corporate world to a nonprofit with the girlfriend factor?
Well, they really sort of tie together. In when I was with Verizon, which is a fantastic company, it was all about learning and development, about employee growth, whether it's career development, whether it's emotional development, to provide tools for them to be the best they could be as an employee, and also tools that you can use outside of work. And we really promoted the work life balance. So I think a lot of my background has come with how can we bring out the best in individuals. The other part of it, and I'll get to how I got to the girlfriend factor, is Verizon has a tuition program for all employees.
Mhm.
And I think that's wonderful that a company, and they prepay that. You don't have to pay out of your pocket.
Wow.
And the only requirement is that you pass the class, you get a C. And so that's, and so I think that's fantastic. They really believe in their employees. Education is key, and there's no contract. That's the other thing. A lot of employers, if you go through school and they pay for it, they want you to stay with the company a year or 2 years, etc. Verizon did not have any of those stipulations, and I thought that was a wonderful benefit. And I saw that that helped me finish my career and continue with other educational aspects. And I saw a lot of employees grow. So when I relocated to California from Atlanta, Georgia, one of the things I wanted to do was get involved with an organization. The girlfriend factor appealed to me because Joan Busick, who's the CEO and the founder, she be, started this organization because somebody gave her a helping hand, a $600 educational benefit
Wow.
that really helped her. I know. And so that's how that started. So when you hear that story, and that's Joan's story to tell, when I saw what the girlfriend factor did, I saw that they provided, it's for Coachella Valley women.
Hmm.
All our recipients are from Coachella Valley. The age group is 25 and plus. And a lot of people ask me, well, why don't you have younger individuals? A lot of high school students have opportunities when they're 18 and 19 to get funding. What we have found is the gap is 25 plus. And this is something they don't have to pay back.
Is there an age cap? Or it's 25 to
No,
whatever? Okay, cool.
it's we've had people 50 over 55
Hey,
complete our
easy now.
program.
I'm 62, so don't be going like
Easy now.
55's old.
Hey, I know. Hey, I'm way past that age. We're good on that. I think the biggest thing is our funds are local. They come from local donors here in Coachella Valley. Our recipients are Coachella Valley. And so I really like that we're bringing everything together. And we have right now, I believe we have 26 women going through through this process. So we need a lot of donors and sponsorships. Go to our website. I know you're going to post that later, the girlfriendfactor.org. Every little bit helps. And so we want to continue with with providing those educational grants. We're not one and done. Like a niece, for example, she's an attorney by occupation now. I met her dad at that mixer we were at, Gary, and we helped her finalize her education. And so I think that's something that when women look at it, it's just that bridging the gap. And a lot of women are working part-time. They just have a lot of things going on, and we really help bridge that gap for them, and we provide emotional support. We've got
Yeah.
a private Facebook page, for the recipients. So, we also have mentors that are nurses. We primarily have nurses in our program, but that they can reach out to, that, hey, sometimes life is tough. You just need to vent to somebody. And so we have mentors that they can, and we have monthly meetings that, just calls and say, how's it going? Do you need something? And that's one of the reasons why I joined the Girlfriend Factor. Is it's just not, here's a check and go. It's, we see everybody through the whole process. And
How
it's a
did
very caring.
how did they find you, or how did you find them? How did you end up? I
I
mean, did you
found
move
them.
here to go there to the Girlfriend Factor? Because that's,
No,
California,
I moved here
Georgia
for
to
work.
California is
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Well, I had lived in California before with Verizon,
oh,
in Newport Beach area. Got a promotion, went to Atlanta, Georgia. Got another promotion, which I was thankful for because I wanted to come back to California, and I was able to relocate to Palm Desert. And then when I got here, I was looking for an organization to volunteer, and I'm looking at organizations online and something that aligns with me. And I felt like the Girlfriend Factor really fit in with my principles, my values, and what I could really get behind because of my background and because of my help from Verizon to get, and I just felt it was an alignment for me. And I went to a social. We have summer social mixers. I went there and found out more, and here I am. I went there. It was during COVID.
wow.
And
Did you?
right
So,
before COVID said no mixers.
so there's only it's only in Palm Desert. There's no Girlfriend Factors anywhere else.
No,
Wow.
we're a local.
I would
I'm
imagine this.
sure
I would
the
imagine
premise.
this would be a. I would imagine this would be a hit across the country, right?
I would think so. I would think so. I think, any nonprofit such like we are, we're always competing for other, supporting dollars. We are not we don't have a sponsor from the movie crowd or from the entertainment crowd, which I'd love to. Hopefully, somebody out there that wants that, we will welcome you with open arms. And right now, our sponsors are great. That we get things anonymously. We rely on grants. We write so we get a grant from American Express, for example, is one that has provided us with a grant. SoCal Edison in the past has provided us with some funding. So we write grants to get funding. We rely on local people to attend our luncheon. Our Girlfriend Factor Luncheon, GoGirl Luncheon, is November 1st at the Ritz-Carlton. That's where we honor the recipients. And we
Nice.
have 22 of our recipients will be there. And then people buy tickets that support them so they can meet the recipients, and the recipients can thank all these wonderful donors that help them get through school. So that's exciting. That's coming up.
But
So buy
you
a
need
ticket. We still have some.
get a ticket, guys. So you need kind of and what is that? November 1st at the Ritz Carlton?
November 1st.
November
Yes, at
1st. Okay.
Ritz-Carlton.
We want to
You can buy a
pimp
ticket on our website. Yeah,
that out. Um
right. And
I
you can
like our
sponsor
Ritz Carlton up there. Um
me too.
so you need multiple levels of stuff. Obviously, we'd like the dough, bring the money in because that helps us
Yes,
actually function, right?
yeah,
But you also
it
need
does.
volunteers to run the thing, and you need
Right.
mentor volunteers, right?
Yes,
So kind
that's
of
true.
a whole bunch of different areas where people can help if they maybe they don't have money like me, but they want to help so they can be a mentor or a volunteer.
That is correct. And one thing we just did recently at Lafay Wine Bar here in El Paseo, Armand and Rich and Mahasi and Amanda are big supporters of the Girlfriend Factor. We had we had a lot of interest, volunteers that were interested in hearing more. So we had 24 women that came. We had a little, let's hear more about the Girlfriend Factor and how you can get involved. If you want to, volunteer at events, if you want to take tickets, if you want to help pick up donations or fundraise. And so we had an evening, 24 women came up and filled out a form. And from there, we have come up with some ideas to continue with the Girlfriend Factor with social circles, if you may, or friendship circles. It'll be a bunco group, it'll be a pickleball group. golf group,
Did you say
to
did
join
you
the girl.
say bunko?
I did. We got bocce ball groups. So people who are interested in that. And so to become a girlfriend, we don't have members. We are a non-member. You pay $100 a year. You're considered a girlfriend. You do it the following year, you're considered a girlfriend's BFF, best friend forever. And so these friendship circles that we're getting women together that have an interest, they come, they throw $10 or $5 in the hat. And so maybe there's 10 of them, and that goes right back to the girlfriend factor, but they have fun. Activity they like, they meet new people. So that's one way that we're expanding our circle. And a lot of people are really excited about that. So we've got a lot of volunteers, but back to the original thing is we do need more mentors. When you have 20 some women and you want to stay in contact with them, it's really hard for all of us to, even with 4 or 5 women to mentor, that takes time. It'd be great if we had one mentor to 2 recipients. I think that would be, that's asking a lot. It's not a lot of contact, but it's just so that they know that they can call somebody. So we
Oh,
definitely need more help along those lines.
okay, so see, this is how this happens. Now you bring something up, and now I have questions because I don't ever have questions until we get into
Sure.
this. So many questions here, and we can cover them little by little. So the mentors, um, that's a big deal because that's super important to these gals, right? To have someone to lean on.
Yes.
So when you talk about a mentor, I mean, the valley is our valley, the Coachella Valley, Palm Springs area is huge with philanthropy. I mean, my gosh, there's so much
Yes.
dough here,
I know.
and there's so many amazing charities and foundations and organizations that get tons of dough. So it's hard, but it's still hard to fight for that buck, right? So,
Right.
when you talk about the mentors, how do you select the mentors, or how does someone volunteer to be a mentor, and what's the obligation as far as being a mentor to the gals?
Okay. I'm glad you asked that. A lot of times, women will come to us and say, "I'd like to be a mentor, and here's why." And their story might align with the recipients, that they had a helping hand, or they understand what it's like to work part time, have a family, go back to school, and juggle everything. And some of them, like I said, we have a lot of nursing students. We also have a lot of students that are in the field of law, if you may. Could be, police officers or emergency firefighters, attorneys, etc. And some of these mentors, that was their past passion, or that was their career field, and they really feel like they can bring a lot to the table to help these recipients who are going through school based on their own professional and personal experiences. So our mentors usually come to us, or women that say, "Hey, I've got this background. This is where I feel I can help someone get over that hurdle." And of course, we do an interview. We talk with them. And as far as how much time, a lot of times it's, once every couple of weeks they reach out to somebody, or they reach out to them. It's really as a needed basis. We have, like I said, a private Facebook page where they can, all the recipients and the mentors, that can go in and they can ask questions. We can respond from there. If we feel somebody needs some additional help, that's when the mentor can reach out. So that's really what we have found with mentors, is women who've come up and said, "This is how I would like to participate in the girlfriend factor.
Mhm.
I'm not going to be taking tickets or registering or picking up donations, but this is where I feel this is in my wheelhouse." So we
Well,
can always use more of those, definitely.
that's a massive deal, though. I mean, that's a big deal because you're really hands on with helping these young ladies, especially when let's face it. I mean, I've learned quite a bit about AA. I'm not in the program, but I mean, I learned quite a bit about it, and having that sponsor to the person who's in the program is a big deal, when you kind of need that. So I would imagine these young ladies and women who, hit the wall on stuff, lose their confidence, maybe don't hit a job interview or something like that, having someone to reach out to is a big deal.
It is. And I think for a lot of these young women, is, maybe they don't score as well on a test as they think they should. We have these high expectations that we should always, have a 4.0 GPA and things like that. And that can really defeat somebody that they go, oh my gosh, am I cut out for this? Am I doing the right thing? I think a lot of doubts, and especially in that age range, some of our younger ladies, I think that really can hit hard. And also other things, Gary, I think it's really important for your audience to know is that, yes, we provide educational benefits to pay for tuition and everything. And we also help in other ways. If they need some funding to, pay for internet, or if they need a different laptop, or things to complete their education, or buy a stethoscope if they're in the nursing field, or a book or whatever, we are there to help them. We also work with other organizations. Jewish Family Services, they have a plethora of services that they can provide, that if they have a service that we don't provide, we reach out to our counterparts there and say, hey, where do we go for this resource? What do we do? And they're really good. As far as somebody that we work with, they provide different types of services than we do, but we sure find that some of our recipients can use those services. So I think that's important to point out, that we rely on other agencies out there, that they have something that we don't provide, and that we can use that. So there's a lot of we might not work directly together, but certain things we work in tandem. So it's good that we use those services, and mentors really help some people get through that tough moment in time. And I think all of us, whether we call them a mentor or our best friend, or whatever we want to say, that person that will be there no matter what, when we have a down day and we call them, they make everything look better, and we realize we can carry on, and it's just a blip on the radar.
Well, first of all, a couple things there, because of course they just keep popping up. But first of all, you used one of my favorite words with plethora. That's not easy to drop in a sentence, and you did it spectacularly. I
Well,
love
I'll
it's
do
one of
one
my
more.
favorite
Here, let
words,
me check off words I was going to use today.
right?
Let's see how many more I can put in there. And
That's awesome. All right, words I want to get into the podcast. Plethora. That's awesome. So it's cool that the other local organizations, foundations, charities kind of work together, because that's important. The other thing is, I was doing a podcast before this called Grief Pie, where it was geared towards men who had lost their spouse to cancer, like
oh,
I had, right? So me and a buddy started. He lost his wife to cancer. I lost my wife to cancer. We're trying to reach out, but see, dudes will not go there, right? I mean, behind the scenes, a lot of guys would call me and say, "I'm struggling. I can't get over it." Da, 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 da. But the women would go right on the site and go, "Man, I'm hurting. It's been 22 years," or yada yada. And so I think that's what's so great about this girlfriend thing, is that it's such a natural thing for women to have a best friend, a girlfriend that they talk to. Like, dudes won't do that, right? They'll go out, they'll have a
no,
beer with the guy, and they'll just be checking out chicks and be macho and be like, yeah, hey. But women will go, this is what's going on. And that's
right.
huge. But not every gal has that,
That's
not every gal
true.
has
And
that.
no, that's very true. And we have some recipients that we really don't hear from. Their heads down, they're doing their thing, and they have maybe somebody else that's not part of the girlfriend factor, that's their mentor or their other best friend. And it's just something we provide, that if they need it. And I'm glad we do that. Another part of our organization, another arm, if you may, is we have Club Cabana every year. That's our big fundraiser, and we have Cabana boys. Now, everybody hold the line. Don't go crazy thinking they're out there in their Speedos or anything, because
Wait a
we
minute.
don't
Is
do
there is there
that.
an age limit? Is there an age limit on who can be
No,
a
no
cabana
age
boy?
limit.
Because I want to be a cabana boy.
You know what? We need, okay, you're in, because we need Cabana boys February 23rd, 2025 at Toscana. Now, here's the thing. Our Cabana boys, they go out and they get we have they have auction packages. In other words, they go to different people that they know or
Wait a minute.
companies,
Wait a minute.
and they get
You guys auction off the Cabana Boy? Oh, I'm so in.
no,
I'm
we
gonna hit
auction
the gym
off
right
the
after
pack.
this.
They the things that they collect. Yeah, and so they each kind of have their own little theme. It's at Toscana in the tent, so it's a lot of fun. It's kind of a raucous type of thing. We have a big
Love
site. We have a
it.
silent auction. Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah.
think what
See,
gets us
let's get
going
all
is a
those rich
big
people.
thing.
Let's get all those rich people to Toscana, all liquored up. Bring the Cabana Boys
Yeah,
in. Let's do an auction.
that's
Let's
right.
have some fun, and let's get some
Oh
money
my
out of those
gosh.
rich guys over there.
Yeah, and those auction packages we have, it's
I
the
love it.
BMW performance driving. I mean, that's one of them. Secret, you can learn how to go to target range and shoot a gun, or you can I don't know all kinds of different things. There's restaurants, there's events, there's golfing at all the different places. You can golf with a member at Bighorn if you want to have a caddy. I mean, different kinds of things. Oh, stagecoach tickets. Last year we had Fuego. He came and kicked us off. So I mean,
Awesome. I love Fuego.
that's a big thing. I know. So that's February 23rd. We are looking for Cabana Boys. I'm putting you down right now,
Yep. Yep. Put me
and
down. I'm
you
gonna head to the
and
gym.
you have a group, right? That you could. So last year, my Cabana Boy, he wore his tuxedo. He was like 007, and Goldfinger was his theme song. So I dressed in a gold dress because I was his handler, and we had two tables. And we're bidding, and we're just different things that come up. And then the nice thing is, I do want to point out, it's important to know that with our silent auction packages, some people don't want to raise a paddle. But the silent auction pack, you can put your money down there. And what we did at our table, there was a group of 10. There was an auction package that we really liked, but each of us liked different parts of it. So as a group, we bid it up, and then we split it out accordingly. So we got what we wanted. There was a 4 or 5 things, but not everybody wanted. So we go, hey, let's just bid this together, and we did that. So that's an option for those that go, hey, I can't bid 4,000 or 5,000. Bring a few of your friends, find an auction package, bid it, and then just split it out. I mean, it's free booze, it's a dinner. I mean, you pay a ticket, nothing's ever free, right?
Right.
But
No.
you might win something. And
Right.
we've got some exciting things planned for 2025, a little bit different than we've done in the past. So to make it even more intriguing, and you have more opportunities to spend a few dollars and get a lot in return, besides having a good time.
I
So
love it.
watch
I
our
love it.
website for that.
I can't wait
Yeah.
for November 1st, but I especially can't wait for it to be the Cabana Boy.
Oh,
I love that. And
oh yeah.
I love the
Yeah.
silent auctions. A couple years back, we used to do a lot with Tiempos de los Niños. It's a charity out here
Okay.
for the kids, right? A good friend of ours, wife was very involved in it. My wife,
Mhm.
past wife, got involved in it and stuff. And so there's a wine when I used to drink wine. It was called uh, uh, Three Palms Vineyard, but they had a very special, very small batch of Merlot that they
Okay.
did. And so they had 3 bottles there up for auction. And at the time, I had dough and I was pretty stupid. So I bid all the way up. And there was 2 gals who were so pissed. They're like, dude, you're so greedy. You don't need all 3 of these. Stop bidding. I'm like,
Let's
no,
get
no, no,
one.
no. I'm gonna get these right. So I won all 3. I took one home. I gave one to these gals who were bidding and said, here, I just wanted to give it to you, but I just wanted to win. So here's your one.
Oh,
And I gave the other one
that
back so
is
that they could
lovely.
put it back and re-auction,
Right.
right? To get the dough. So
Yeah.
silent auctions can be a lot of fun. They can be almost as wicked as the
Yeah.
paddle auctions if you get
Oh,
it
it's,
going good. So that's
yes.
fun. That's fun.
Yeah.
So
And we're
back to
looking, yeah, we're looking for donations now for that. As far as people who want to donate. I, I don't know if you're a chef and you do in-home parties and you want to donate a chef thing, or if you're a wine connoisseur, a lot of people are painters, they're their own artists. If you've got a painting that you know, we don't take used clothes or shoes or anything like that. Now we might take something that's vintage, Coco Chanel. We'll put that up there or something like that.
Or like a really
But
cool leather jacket from Prince or
oh yeah,
something. Now,
oh yeah.
you don't take a lot of used clothing and item, but you take used Cabana Boys?
Well, we got quite a few of those on our list.
Okay,
Definitely, definitely.
because
The
because
thing
I'm
about
just
the
telling you,
Cabana
I'm
Boys,
old.
it's a
I'm
contest. Okay, well, you're in. It's a contest, the Cabana Boys, because whoever gets the most money for their auction package, that auction, they become the big kahuna. And we've got a special big kahuna prize for them. So
wow.
believe you me, you can become competitive. And that's why you want to have a great auction package, but you want to have your buddies come, have them bid for you. And so the pricing, gets up there. That's the whole point of that.
Yeah,
And so,
I gotta get my stupid rich friends to show up and
yeah,
outbid
yeah,
everybody, so I'm a
and
big kahuna.
yeah, so
Because without
on these
them, it's not
things, and
gonna
so
happen.
yeah, and so we
So
are
so
doing some big,
we gotta pimp that out at the end of this because that
yeah,
February
oh,
23rd thing is gonna be a lot of fun. So, but I want to
absolutely.
go back to this mentor thing real quick because I just love this idea. I've done a lot of coaching and mentoring, and I just love the mentor program. So, last thing on the mentor thing is, how do you put the mentor with the person, or you don't? You just have these women available to your gals.
Well, first of all, we ask the recipients, hey, here's an opportunity to have someone to talk to and make sure that they want to have somebody else in their life. I
Mhm.
think that's important. Is that um, and then we'll let them know, hey, we've got a couple people that are mentors. This is their background, and the recipients, to the best of my knowledge, have always been, yeah, I'd like to have a mentor, and I think it would be great. This person would be great for me. So we do ask them first if, hey, would you like somebody specifically? We let them know right up front that this is available to them, but some don't. And sometimes they click, but we have a committee that sort of oversees the mentors, if you may, and the recipient mentors and they meet once a week or once a month and just to see how things are going. So we don't force feed it on people, but I can't say that we have a criteria. It's just that usually these women can really are relatable, no matter who they get with.
Mhm. So a question that I know you probably get asked all the time, and I think people are going to want to, the most biggest question is, how do you find the young ladies that you bring into the girlfriend factor? Where do these young ladies come from?
Oh, a lot of them come from employers uh, that have these women as employees already. Eisenhower, for example, they've got individuals that are trying to further their nursing degree, and so they know about our program. We also work with a lot of at the College of Desert. Work with guidance counselors. A lot of the colleges out there know that we have this program, so they might have students already enrolled, but they need some financial help. On our website, we take applicants twice a year. We have our criteria that we list that. But I find that recipients who've gotten Go Girl grants tell their friends who are in school with them or who are going back to school, more word of mouth, like, hey, I went to this organization and they help me. We also advertise, about the girlfriend factor, as far as we want, sponsorships, donations, but how you can apply, what we're looking for, that type of thing as well.
Did you say Go Girl Grants?
Yes, we call them Go Girl grants. Go Girl grants.
That is awesome. That is awesome. So you
Yeah.
only take two new women a year that can apply
Oh,
themselves. The other ones
no.
come from
Oh, no.
recommendation.
No, everybody can apply for themselves. I
Oh,
should make that clear. Yeah, that's not from recommendations. No,
okay.
they can fill out twice a year. We have open enrollment, if you may, that you
Oh,
can
okay.
apply for the grants. We do that twice a year, and then we look at all the applicants. There's a committee that looks at it to make sure they meet our criteria, but it's not a recommendation. Anybody that's 25 and older and meets the criteria of being in Coachella Valley and some other criteria. We do want to make sure that people have some kind of support. That whether it's a family support or friend support, they definitely need that. So there is some criteria there. But anybody 25 and older, it's for women 25 and older. We say 25 and better uh, can apply, and they just need to be here in Coachella Valley. That's and a few other criteria there, but they can do it twice a year, and we go through um, the applicants. And I think we've only had one or two that we could not help, and that was based on some things that they needed that we could not provide. But we sent them to another organization that we felt would better align with what their needs were. So we've done that. But yeah, that's so it's open, and I think our next enrollment is starting in, I'm going to say the first part, December 1st. I'm not exactly sure of that date. I should know that one, but we do it in June and December. So yeah.
Well, I mean, you can't know everything. You have a plethora of things on your plate, right?
Well,
All right. I mean, hold on a
I
minute.
love that you got
Let
that
me
in there.
let me check that. Let me check
Check
that one
on
off.
that one.
Let me check that one off. So
I know.
you say you have what, like approximately 26 women in the program now?
26.
26.
Right.
And so what do you think the capacity is? I mean, how many do you think you could help at one time?
Well, I know we can help more. We do need some more money, but one of our new projects that we have, which I'm super excited about, is called 40 in 4 years. We want to have
What,
4
wait, wait,
we
wait.
want to get
Wait, wait, wait. What's it called?
40 in 4 years.
40 in 4
40
years.
in 4 years. And what that is we want to have 40 women complete their nursing school in 4 years.
Wow.
So what we can take, that's on top of our other recipients that we have now. And so that's part of our grant writing project, is that what we found with grants, they like to have things as a project. So you got to spell it out. How many people, how many textbooks, how many tests, all that stuff. And they want to see it line by line. I get it. I get it. They want to know where that money's going. So we're like, we need 40 pencils. We will need 80 textbooks. I don't know if it's a nursing program. So we know we'll definitely need 40 stethoscopes. We're
Now,
going to need uniforms.
who will you team with for the nursing program? Because you are not nursing trainer educators. So who will you team with?
Well, they go to school. They'll go to the college in the desert, or they'll go to their own schools. But we're looking for women who want to expand their nursing degrees. There's so many levels of nursing that, and it's not just 1 year and you're done. I mean, there's different levels. And we want to get these individuals through school in 4 years, so that they're able to provide, if they need to set up an IV or disperse medications. There's different levels of nursing that you have different responsibilities. And here in the desert, what we have found is that there is, I think it's all over, but especially here, there is a nursing shortage, healthcare provider shortage. And so our goal, and that's where some of our projects and our project money is going, is to, believe you me, we will easily have 40 students that want to continue their nursing degree and finalize it in 4 years. We need to have that funding really set up to make that commitment to 40 women. So when you ask about, is there a limit? Not really, but it's, we have to make sure we have enough money to cover what we're currently doing and what we want to expand. Because these are renewable. It's not just one and done. We take
Wow.
them all the way through school. So
That's
we have
amazing.
26 now. We're going to add another 10. Now, granted, these ladies are going to, 3 or 4 are going to graduate, or 5 graduate, but still we're adding to it. So that's something to think about when we say they're renewable grants. That's different than a lot of other organizations. They go, here's a check for $3,000. Ours is not that
See you
way.
later.
Ours
Yeah.
is, let's get you through school. Let's let you get that degree, whether it's a bachelor's degree, an associate's degree, or a technical degree, whatever you want.
Thanks again for joining us on another episode of What If You Could podcast. Please subscribe, like, share, and give us any feedback. We'd love to hear it. And remember, if you can dream it, you can do it. See you next time.